Hello and welcome. I'm Geeta Mohan and you're watching World Today. Now, the situation at the border between India and Bangladesh is dire. Also, the situation with regards to minorities within Bangladesh has become quite disturbing. Several Hindu temples, households and businesses have been vandalized, and at least 2 Hindu leaders affiliated with Hasina's Awami League party were killed in the violence. Here is a detailed report about the violence within after the ouster of Sheikh Hasina.
Temples targeted. Hindu homes looted and torched. As violence gripped Bangladesh after Sheikh Hasina fled the country, frightened Hindus are reaching the border with India in hundreds. Minority communities in the country are on the edge as anti-Hasina forces went on the rampage, killing political rivals. The victims included at least 2 Hindu leaders affiliated with the Awami League. Indian security agencies have issued an alert. The Narendra Modi government has set up a committee to monitor the situation on the border with Bangladesh. Central forces have heightened surveillance. In Dhaka, the new interim government led by Nobel laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus is taking shape. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Yunus on taking charge and urged him to ensure safety and protection of Hindus and all other minority communities. Yunus met with Bangladeshi officials on Friday. He has appealed for peace. Bangladesh's ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who fled to India, remains at the Hindon Air Base near Delhi. The new government under Yunus faces 2 significant challenges: ending the violence against Hindus and reviving the country's struggling economy. Bureau Report, India Today.
While Bangladesh continues to seek normalcy and peace, the country gets a new interim government with Nobel Peace Laureate Dr. Muhammad Yunus having been sworn in as the chief advisor to the government. 2 student leaders were among 17 who became part of this new interim government.
Bangladesh now hopes for peace after weeks of violence not only toppled the Sheikh Hasina government but also caused unrest and risked the lives of minorities. Nobel Peace Prize laureate Muhammad Yunus was sworn in as the chief advisor in the Bangladesh's interim government. Yunus, 84 years old, was recommended for the role by student protesters and returned to Dhaka. The interim government is tasked with holding fresh elections. Popularly called the banker to the poor, Yunus is the pioneer of the global microcredits movement. The Grameen Bank he founded won the 2006 Nobel Peace Prize for helping lift millions from poverty by providing tiny loans to the rural poor who are too impoverished to gain attention from traditional banks.
On the way back, I heard that law and order was being disrupted here. People are carrying out attacks on others, burning houses, destroying property, attacking offices and courts, attacking minorities, Hindus, Buddhist, Christian, Ahmadiyas. These are part of the conspiracy. These are not our matters. Our job is to protect everyone.
Nahid Islam and Asim Mahmood, 2 student leaders who are both in their mid-20s and led the protest in Bangladesh, were among the 17 who joined the nation's caretaker government. The student-led movement that ousted Hasina protested against quotas in government jobs that had spiraled in July. It provoked a violent crackdown, although the government denied using excessive force. With Mahashweta Lala, Bureau Report, India Today.
In the latest on U.S. elections, it's now war of words between Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance and Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz. Vance attacked Walz about his military records and blamed him for exaggerating his service records. Take a look.
As if the war of words between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris was not enough, the US election campaign is seeing another fierce battle of words between the Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance and Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz. The Minnesota governor, in his first rally after being chosen as the vice presidential nominee for the Democrats, was full of enthusiasm when he expressed his eagerness to debate with Vance.
And I got to tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
And his opponent, when posed with the question whether he intends to debate the Minnesota governor, Vance replied affirmatively.
Are you saying that you will not debate him, or will you agree to go on the debate stage with Tim Walz?
No, I absolutely want to debate Tim Walz, but I want to debate him actually after he's actually officially the nominee.
But what triggered and shifted the focus to vice presidential candidates was when unexpectedly a down-to-earth type Walz, during his first rally in Pennsylvania, referred to Trump and Vance creepy and weird.
I got to tell you, pointing out just an observation of mine that I made. I just have to say it. You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
But this did not stop Vance from getting back at Walz. And this time the Ohio senator threw a punch at his opponent.
I think that the weird argument honestly came from a bunch of 24-year-old social media interns who were bullied in school, and they decided they're going to project that onto the entire Trump campaign. If they want to call me weird, look, I've got my wife here, I've got 3 beautiful kids at home, I'm a normal guy who wants to live the American dream and wants all of you and your kids to be able to live the American dream. That's why I'm in it. If those people want to call me weird, I think it's a badge of honor. Tim Walz's record is a joke. He's been one of the most far-left radicals in the entire United States government at any level.
But it did not end here. As Harris and her running mate rallied across the Midwest, both of them crossed paths with Vance at a Wisconsin tarmac. Vance even walked up to the vice president's jet. Vance also attacked Walz for exaggerating his service record.
We can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
Vance, who had served 4-year active duty enlistment in the Marine Corps, said that Walz quit the Army National Guard 2 decades ago to avoid being deployed to Iraq.
He has not spent a day in a combat zone. What bothers me about Tim Walz is the stolen valor garbage. Do not pretend to be something that you're not.
Walz served in the National Guard for 24 years and has never claimed to have seen active combat. He retired honorably to run for Congress in 2005. With Mahashweta Lala, Bureau Report, India Today.